Hi, I'm Tony with Timeless Cottage Gifts, and I'm going to show you how I paint the cupcake. Here's one that goes to the, it's my birthday sign. So first what I do is I ordered these cupcake blanks, and I'll put it in the description box where I got them. And then I take a pencil and I'll take a clear vellum sheet and I'll put it in my printer and I'll print the cupcake onto the vellum. Okay, now you can see that I printed it onto the vellum, and so I'm done with the picture, and now I'm going to trace it onto my cupcake. So I'm going to take the transfer paper. I'm going to try it with the gray so it's not as dark as the black, because I'm going to make a pink cupcake. I ran out of those. So they're on there, I can see them on there. And what I'm going to do, oh, I base coated this in chalk paint. I am going to do the bottom. You know, I probably shouldn't have traced on yet. I'm gonna paint the bottom cactus flower. Get my angle brush and load it into my brush. And that's your base coat. It's going to need a couple more coats of that. And my top is going to be, I'm going to use my cotton candy. And then I'm going to take my smaller angle brush. Here we go. Right here. And I'm going to base in my milk chocolate. Okay, I went up on my icing. So what I do is I take a Q-tip, I wet it in the water and make sure it's clean, the clean water, and I'll just, but from now on I'm just going to do my chocolate layer first. So I'm going to put 2 more coats on the cupcake. Try and keep the zigzag clear, because you're going to need it. This one's kind of, I think I messed that one up a little bit, but it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it'd be nice if it was perfect, but you'd be there all, well, maybe you wouldn't. I'd be here all day trying to make it perfect. Get the sides. That's my 3rd coat. And my 3rd coat of my cotton candy. Here it is again, and I'm not going to do my lines, but I am going to do my swirls. So my swirls, okay, this is new footage because I watched it, tried to edit it, and my head was in the way a lot of the time. So hopefully this will turn out right. So this is the one I finished, but I noticed that my head was in the way. So here's another one. I base coated it, left off where everything was good, and I'll show you what I did. Instead of taking the pattern and tracing on, you can also trace on with like with your pencil. And I already traced on. They're right here, right here, right here, here, and here. So what I'm going to start with is the milk chocolate is already based on, so I am just going to take my 1/8 inch, my 1/4 inch angle, and I'm going to take a darker shade, which is burnt umber, shake it up really good and put it on my palette, and I am going to do a shade with it. So just work it into the bristles. And take it underneath the icing right here. And of course, if I get any brown on my pink, I could have used the 1/8 inch angle to do that. So, but if you end up getting any on, just wet your Q-tip or your paintbrush. Make sure your paintbrush is clean and just wipe it off. Let's take my 1/8 inch angle, and I'm going to go down the cupcake lines. Do you see where the zigzag goes up? That's where we're going to put our line. So wherever it goes up, we're going to put our line. So I'm going to take the darkest shade, which is the dragon fruit, and I'm going to paint on our lines. I'm going to wet my brush, dip the tip and then wherever it's the darkest, I'm just going to put a line down. I'm gonna get a bigger brush. That one didn't seem to do too good of a job. I'm gonna use my 1/4 inch. Hopefully that'll work a little bit better. Let me start here. Now I'm going to take my 3/8 inch angle. You could use your 1/4 inch too. And I'm going to undercoat the shading lines, not undercoat, I'm going to add my shading to the lines that I drew on the cupcake. You can trace them on. And I'm going to do the same technique. And I'm going to go, make sure I got it good, under here, under here, So I got my shading on. I'm going to wait for that to dry, and while I'm waiting, I'm going to go ahead and do my lines again. They just didn't turn out the way I wanted them to. So let's try again. And one more time of deepening that shade. But I do need a tiny brush for this underneath the frosting in the cake, since it's a chocolate cake. Just make it a deeper shading. And try not to get it on your cupcake. Okay, now I'm going to go dry this. Now right here, I'm going to make a darker float. I will cover it up again, but I'm going to take my dragon fruit and I'm going to deepen the shade with my 3-inch angle brush and just deepen the shade. Hope I'm not in the shot. Let me do that one a little better. I'm going to take my dry brush. This is a, I wonder where my other one is. I'm going to use this. It's just a Royal and Langnickel. I got it from Hobby Lobby, and it's a 3mm, 1/8 inch. And I'm going to take my cocoa paint and I'm going to dry brush some highlights on the chocolate cake. So I'm going to work it into my brush, and then on a paper towel I'm going to rub a lot of it off, quite a bit of it off. And then I'm going to go here on my piece and just put some highlights in the cake, especially in the middle. I want to make sure I don't get it on my frosting. All right. There's a little bit right there you can see. Okay. Now, right under here, since I used the dragon fruit, I'm going to go back under it with cactus flower. I have that. And same size brush. one I actually did this. So. And that went right over the shade. And let's do a couple of little dots of cocoa on our cake. So our cocoa, our liner brush, and I'm just going to put a few little dots. Okay. Now for the highlighting, I'm going to take my lightest color, which is cotton candy, and I'm going to highlight the opposite sides of the lines. So this is the shade. I'm going to turn it and I'm going to go do the highlights. So I get cotton candy on my palette. I don't want to cover up any of my darker colors. Okay, now I'm going to do another float of the clean up a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to dry this. Now I'm going to take my warm white and I'm going to go highlight the cupcake frosting. And instead of doing under the line, I'm going to do on top of the line. So right here. bottom right here. Okay. Now I'm going to, normally I wouldn't have had to do this if my lines went on a little better, but I'm going to redo the lines, try and get them a little better right here. So here, they look a little choppy. And you can always go back over your piece if it doesn't, you know, turn out exactly like you like it. You can play around with it and get it to be, there's a lot of times I just wanted to chuck it and throw it away. And then I kept working at it and working at it, and it got to be one of my better pieces. So just because it doesn't work out right in the beginning, you can keep working with it. Liner brush. It's a Crisfoil liner, and I am going to get my my warm white paint very thin and watery. And after I do, I wipe it off, and then I roll my paint, my brush, into the paint so I can paint on a line. I'm going to lighten this a little bit. So I'm going to go with my lightest color. I'm debating on whether to do the warm white on it. No, it'll be all right. Now, down the, let me get a bigger brush. This is a 1/2 inch angle, and I'm going to dip my brush, the toe of my brush, into the dragon fruit, and I'm going to shade down the left side of the cupcake. So I'm going to take it and go all the way down the left side. And along the bottom. And dry that. And I'm going to take the warm white and go down up the right side of the cupcake. And I'll be doing a deeper shade. But right now I'm going to take my stencil. I got this from Cover Distributing, Chris Hoy, and I'm going to take my cotton candy and I'm going to make a little swirl on my cupcake. Okay, I'm going to dip it in the lightest color, which is my cotton candy. Get a lot of it off of the bristles. Center it. And just give this cupcake a little swirl on the cup. There it is. And one more time for, excuse me, for the shading, probably gonna have to put some more out. See, a little bit. And I'm gonna go down here. And down the bottom. Now you can take a matte spray, a glossy spray, whatever kind of spray you want to use, and you can make these really shine nicely. Okay, our pink cupcakes are finished, and you don't have to do just pink. You can do green. Here's our blue one we had at the beginning. I also did a lemon one. The green one I put a cherry in there, and the lemon one I just had a disc, and you can glue a lemon disc on it, and they would be cute lined up like this. Or you could do what I originally did with them, was I did my birthday sign, and here's the pink. Here's the blue. And here's a purple one. So you can do any colors that you want to do. And you can change the cake. All these are dark chocolate, but I have a lemon cake right here, a white cake right there, and this is kind of a white cake that has some brown edging on it. So whatever your heart's content. And this one has a cherry in it. So use your creativity and create these cute little cupcakes. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.